Hi friends, it's me Suraj Dev. After a long time, I'm come back with a new topic, NumPy. NumPy is a Python package and it is mostly used for n-dimensional array management, and it is mostly used in the case of machine learning projects or something like that. So we can deep dive into the section. It is the NumPy package website. Here we can see how we can install the NumPy, and using the pipe we can install the NumPy in our project, and also mention some installation guides. After that we can go to our prepared notes. Here it is the note I just prepared for discussing about the NumPy. By using NumPy, we can got some more features apart from the normal Python array. And here it is the Jupyter notebook version of the Google, named as Colab. Here I just prepared some notes and code. So first of all we can go to the import NumPy and NumPy as NP. It means like we can just type import NumPy, then it will be automatically importing the NumPy to our environment. So first of all we need to connect. Yeah, it is now connected. Now we can see the disk space and RAM usage. Here I just try to run the command. Then you can see the NumPy is imported and the array is initialized. Here is the command for initializing the array. Here NumPy dot array of the value of the array. Now we can see by printing 1 2 3 4, it is the value of that array. And by using this command import NumPy as NP, then we don't need to use like NumPy. Apart from that we can use NP itself. Now you can see here is I just added ARR is a variable name. Within that NP dot array of 42. I just run this command. Then you can see an error got. It is because NP is not imported here, and because NP is just typed here but it is not run. So first of all we need to run import NumPy as NP. So now you can see I just run this command. Now the NumPy as NP. Now we can use instead of NumPy with the NP itself. So we can try it again. Now you can see the output will be shown, and it is the zero dimensional array. Here you can see just only one value should be there in the zero dimensional array. Using np dot array of 42, we can initialize the zero dimensional array like this. For one dimensional array we can create like this, like np dot array of the value of the array. Here the value should be more than 1. So you can see when we printing the 1 2 3 4 5 is the value. The in the zero dimensional array we can see only one value, but in the one dimensional array we can got more than one value. And in the case of two dimensional array, it is array of array. So here you can see there is an array, the 1 2 3 is an array and 4 5 6 is an another array. So these two arrays are combined, and that should be shown in the case of two dimensional array. In the case of three dimensional array, you can see it is a two dimensional array and it is another two dimensional array. So the combination of two dimensional array or more than two dimensional array is known as the three dimensional array. So now you can see this is a two dimensional array and this is also another two dimensional array. Now we can just copy the value and we can paste here, yeah, like this, and we can run it. Now you can see the more than one two-dimensional array we can see in the three-dimensional array space. So like that we can create n-dimensional array too. And now we can discuss about how we can find the dimension of a specific array. Here we can see the zero-dimensional array, one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array and three-dimensional array. So it is created with an a, b, c, d variable itself. So when we calling with a dot n dim, then it will be returned the dimension of that array specified to the a, and like that we can call a, b, c and d. Now you can see the 0, 1, 2, 3. Here it is the dimension of that array. And now higher dimensional array. So in the case of higher dimensional array, we can specify, we can change this dimension. Like it is currently in the one dimensional array, the 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we can change these dimensions to 5. So then we just need to put like np dot array of that array value comma n diamond equal to 5. Now you can see the printed the array and the dimension also. Here you can see the dimension is 5. So the value of that array is with a 5 bracket, we can see the value of that array. So it is changed to 5 dimension. So it is the one of the item in the 5 dimensional array. We can discuss about accessing array elements. The indexing should be started from 0. So the one value is in the 0th position and 2 value should be in the first position and 3 value should be the second position and 4th value should be in the third position. So here you can see the print AR of 3 should be written in the 4. We can change it to 2. Now you can see the 3 should be returning. So by this we can accessing the array elements in one dimensional array, and in the case of two dimensional array, when we are trying to run only within the one parameter, then it will return the value of that array. So it should be an array itself, but we can pass using the comma 0, then the value of the first array like the 6 should be returned, and like that we can call with n dimension itself. In the three dimensional array, here you can see the 1 0, the 7 8 9 array should be returning. So like we can run it again, 7 8 and 9. This is the value we got in the case of calling the ARR of 1 comma 0. So we can put using comma 1 and run the command. Then you can see the first position value. This is the 0th position value and this is the first position value. So the 8 should be returning. And in the negative indexing, we can try this two-dimensional array example. Here ARR 1 comma minus 5, it should be returning the value 1 2 3 4 5. The value should be 6. It is calculated based on the minus 5 is the length minus 5, like it is indexing end to start. So from here it is the end of the array. This considered as 1 and 2 3 4 5. Like we can change this 5 to 1. Then you can see the 10 should be returning. And if it is we can't put it as 6 because the only 5 elements we have on the array, so we can put 2 and then try it, then the 9 should be returning. So this is the negative indexing. Now we can discuss about the slicing the array. Slicing the array means it will be getting the value from start to end, and we can define the start value and as well as the end value. Here the start value is 2 and the end value is 5, so it will be taken 0 1 2, and the start value should be 3, and the 5 means 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. But in the case of slicing, the last value should be not included, so it will be output with a 3 4 and 5. So you can see the 3 4 and 5. And in the case of negative slicing, here you can see the negative 3 and negative 1, and the start value should be 1 2 3, and it is starting from 5 and to negative 1. So negative 1 should be 7, and the last value should not be included, so it will be returning 5 and 6. So we can increment this one to 4, and now you can see 4 5 6 should be returned. And in the case of step, we can add another parameter, and that is known as step, and it is defaultly taken as 1. So if we are not putting this parameter, it will be defaultly taken as 1. So if we change this 1 to another value, like I just put it as 2, and the first value should be taken and the second value should be skipped, and the third value should be taken, and so on it will be returned. And in the case of 3, or the steps will be increased, based on that the skipped value should be increased. So you can see here I just tried this one to 2. Now you can see 0 to 5, 0 1 2 3 4 5. So the 6 should be not included, and so the 1 2 3 4 and 5 should be returned, and the step should be 2. So 0 should be taken, and the next value should be skipped, and the next value should be taken, and next value should be taken, sorry, skipped, and the last value should be taken. So here 1 3 and 5 should be returned, and I just change these to 3. Then you can see the first value should be taken, the second and third will be skipped, and fourth value should be taken. So it will be written 1 4. And next we can discuss about the slicing the two-dimensional array. Here we just, in the top side, we can see how we access the 3D array. By that way itself we can slice the two-dimensional array as well as n-dimensional array using the commas, and this should be the property of, or the slicing value of the first array, and this should be the slicing value of the second dimension one. And in this case here the 0 2, so this one value should be this one, and the second value should be this, and third value should be this. So 0 1 and 2 is the index, so taken from this first one and second one only, and the third value should be skipped because of it is not included, and the stepping is 2. So the first value should be taken and next value should be skipped. So the value should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and within that we just add one more property, is 1 to 4. So first value should be 0 and the second value should be 2. So here it is the value from starting 2 and the 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and fourth value should not be included, so that's why it will be skipped. So it will be returned 2, 3 and 4. So that is the output you can see here. By this way we can slice and access the array elements using NumPy. So in future videos we can discuss about NumPy functions as well as some other properties of NumPy. So stay tuned.